All right, this meeting is being recorded. Thanks for being here. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We've got Brandon O'Harrison leading the seminar today with some slides and some merriment. So thanks for being here, and we'll turn the time over to Brandon.
Welcome, everybody. Let me share my screen. Let me move too many things over.
Looks good. We see it.
There we go. You're gonna see that for the right date at least, right? All right. Welcome. Week 10. We are almost done with everything. Because St. Patrick's Day, a couple St. Patrick's Day quotes for us here, or thoughts. So don't press your luck. There we go. And then this is a good one right here. So all that bad luck we have is actually a good thing, right? So things to ponder as we go throughout this end of term or beginning of term for some of you, wherever you are in your schooling, wherever your terms are falling. Luck is always good. But to start out today, all of us facilitators were somehow involved with the USET conference, and I know many of you were at USET. We saw some of you coming up and introducing yourselves, so thank you for that. But just a little USET show and tell, or just tell us something that you got from USET or something that you would like to just share from your USET experience. For those who are here live, that'd be great. So ready, set, go, your turn.
I'll go first.
Yes, please.
Hi, I'm Katie. I really enjoyed all the Nearpod sessions. I'm practically a Nearpod professional now. So I don't know why, but I'm oddly obsessed with Nearpod. So I can't wait to use the things that I learned in the Nearpod sessions. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Yeah, Nearpod is a fabulous tool, and having the resources we have through Nearpod as a state. I hope educators know that by now, but I'm afraid a lot don't. So I think we've taken advantage of that. And Katie, I heard from the grapevine that you did a little singing during the USET.
If you can call rapping singing, then yeah, sure.
So if you want to see part of the rap, Katie's rap, Matt posted it on Twitter. So thanks, Matt. If you just search the hashtag USET 2022, you can go through and you can find that, or search Matt Winters or whatever your hashtag is, Matt. So I can't remember what it is, and you can find that. But thank you for participating in USET by sharing your knowledge and expertise and your passion for what you do. So we appreciate that.
If anybody has the entire rap videoed, I would love it.
So everything is on Sketch. Anything that was in the keynote, opening session, spotlight rooms, over the shoulder, you can go back and search those sessions out in Sketch, click the button to add it to your schedule, and then the video link or the YouTube video will be embedded right there. So
my session was videoed?
What did you present?
Music, integrating music into the classroom using technology.
No, you were over in Timpanogos. The spotlight rooms were the ballrooms where the keynote was.
I had the Harry Potter closet room.
Yeah, those were not. We didn't have any secret cameras there.
Katie, I actually did film it, the entire thing, so I'll send it to you sometime soon.
Good.
Thank you.
It was incredible, and somewhere it's on my Twitter. I don't know where though. I'd have to find it. So I'll search
I
for the hashtag.
walked by that room though, and I heard the chanting and the singing or whatever. I thought, yay!
Standing room only. It was awesome.
It was fun. Thank you guys
Cool.
for letting me do that.
Thank you for doing it.
Anybody else from USET like to share with us?
Jeremy Teeples. I also love Nearpod, and I got to sit through Katie's presentation, and I found myself for the first time in my life actually wanting to sing and dance a little bit, like for like 2 seconds, but the first time ever. So I'll give her that credit. I'm probably gonna stalk her online now because of it. So anyway.
Oh my gosh! Yay! See, I've done my job. Jeremy also he won a really cool shark fin hat, which he's not wearing today, but I asked if he would, but he's not.
Oh, I will grab it. It's Shark Week.
Yes!
It was a great hat. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Discovery Education.
Yeah. And then
Nice.
it goes with my bald head nicely.
Yes.
Look at the connections we're making after the conference. I love it.
Thanks, Jeremy. Anybody else like to share from USET?
Hey, I was going to add one more thing real quick. I know that awkward silence, but anyway, I'm pretty impressed with how big that. I didn't realize USAT was as massive as it was. You guys, that was a lot of moving parts. I can't even imagine what you had to pay to rent that facility alone, much less try to get it all. I mean, just crazy. I didn't realize how big that was. And for the number of you that did that, that's pretty impressive to pull that off. So anyway, you should give yourself a pat on the back, all of you.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Not
And
just
we
because
are
I
a
won an A in
volunteer
the class,
organization.
but
That's the incredible thing is it's a volunteer organization.
so the check's in the mail.
Well, we have very good partners and sponsors, and that allowed us to do a lot of good things and pay for the facility, and we're set up for Matt's year next year quite well. So it was a good
Well,
year.
Jeremy, you could join the board next year and then you could find out how it's done, which would
Yeah.
be incredible.
I was reading in the bylaws though, and it said you have to be taller than 5'1" to be in the board, and I'm not there. So
Hey, with that shark hat, you're taller than 5'1".
We count that.
Whatever you're lacking, Matt will make up for you. So you're okay there.
That's
too.
true.
Yeah, both things. So
Brings the average up.
hey, the other thing we need to get video was Matt running from the back of the room all the way around the front and then back to the back again. I wish I would have got that on video.
I only did that because Maxine D was going to do it. And I follow Maxine wherever she goes. So
I may have caught that on video. I had Corey Henwood coming by and giving Kovili a giant high five right in front of me, which is fun. It was a good time.
it was a great conference. So thank you for those who participated by presenting, and thank you for those who attended. And for those who didn't attend, next year, March, plan on USET. Great conference. So there's nothing else about USET. We'll move on.
I didn't get it.
Come
Thanks,
back.
Brad.
All right. So this week, kind of these last few weeks are kind of the calm weeks as far as assignments go. So you're reading this week, just chapter 9, maintaining your effective relationships with your students, looking at 3 elements here. And how are you using technology to establish and maintain those relationships? So it's a question to think about as you go through that chapter. And your discussion, we are talking about technology and math, science, and social studies. And the actual discussion post is your explicit and teacher-directed versus your social constructivist instruction. The pros and cons with that, and how does technology work? And I'll show you some links here also that may help with that after this slide. If you haven't yet, or if you would like to provide feedback for others on their portfolio, you can do that. The link's right there. If you on that document and you have not received feedback yet, reach out to a classmate, reach out to your instructor or any of the instructors. We'll be happy to provide feedback for you on that. And then the final thing is keep working on your portfolio and your tech project. Do weeks 11 and 12 respectively, or vice versa. Yeah, switch them. But so those are coming due the next 2 weeks. So keep working on that. Any questions on what's assignment-wise is expected of you this week? So here are some links that you can check out if you would like to. The discussion about Math Wars specifically. So math with the 2 types of instruction. So these links here will give you some other additional resources you can look at. These other slides, this is some other technology integration techniques and strategies for math. These 3 links right here. And then here are some links for technology integration for science. So this is, if you teach those subjects, you want to learn more about how teachers in those subjects could do that, then you can look at those links right there. Now it's time for our element spotlight. We have a tag team spotlight today. We will come up and we will find that right here. This spotlight's in two parts. So there's part one, and then part two will continue right after. So since there's two people, 3 minutes, I figure that's still it's less than 2 minutes each. So we're gonna go for it. So here we go.
Hi, I'm Amber Kent.
And I'm Tasha Lewis.
We both work at the same school, so we're doing ours together. Our topic is 35B for week 10. So it's phone calls, emails, and notes or text through communication. I'll talk about phone calls and emails. I use technology a lot for communication. I use it not only for communication with people within the district, but I also use it a lot with parents. That's the emphasis I'm going to be putting on it today. Is phone calls are really great for when there's an emergency, when we need something really quickly, or if it's too difficult to discuss over email or with a note or something like that. Phone calls are obviously a good way to go. But emails is what I stick to the most because I don't like answering the phone when I'm teaching. So I always tell parents to just email me and then we'll set up a time to talk on the phone if that's what they want. And then this way they can also email me any time of day. It doesn't bother me because I'll respond when I'm working. And then I can also respond when I'm not with kids or when I have a moment to do it. And the issue with that is sometimes it takes a really long time for me to get a response back and vice versa because we just do it when convenient, but it's nice because we're doing it convenient at the same time. So phone calls and emails are both really great ways for us to communicate using technology. Another good reason why emails work so well for me is I have Spanish-speaking parents and I don't speak Spanish, so we use Google Translate and then copy and paste, email it, and it's a messy translation sometimes, but it gets the job done and it's a huge help. But there's a place for technology for communication, but there's also a place for things like this.
So we send out a daily note to all our parents. Our students are nonverbal, and
Part two coming up now, continuation.
so we try to give the parents information of how the student did that day, how well they ate, and what they picked for lunch, and something that they really like to do, and how many wets and VMs that they have a day, and what to bring to school, and extra notes if there's anything extra, like if there's no school tomorrow, or if we're going on a midday route or whatever, then we can let the parents know that too. And then I know that some teachers like to text and some don't. I am one of those that do text because then I can respond to the parents or whatever, but I do get text during when I'm home. And so that's the one downfall about it is I do get a lot of text when I'm at home or if I'm on vacation or whatever. So that is one of the downfalls of texting, but it is kind of convenient too. So it's all preference for everybody. So thank you.
Thanks.
Well done, ladies. Thank you for that. Anybody want to add anything or contribute to phone calls, emails, or notes, texting? That was great there, how they are using that.
I'm going to create a quick poll and push it in, but keep going. I want to see how many teachers are okay or not okay with parent texting.
Okay, that'd be great. Thanks, Clint. I know there are some teachers who use some of those other apps like Remind or something that way. So it's not a phone number that is sent out. It's not the teacher's private phone number. It's just a generated number. So that's, I know, one way people go around that. So Clint is creating a poll. When it gets pushed, when he gets it ready, he'll let us know. We can go and answer that question. So thank you for that element spotlight today, or for that element review on that. So a couple things with the presentations. All presentations were due a couple of weeks ago in week 8. If you haven't yet, make sure that you go into your assignment and you just mark up. I presented on seminar, or element 35B on this day. And so I'll just say on that assignment, you don't have to put anything more, just what element and when it was. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure you do that. If you haven't submitted your element, make sure you do that as quickly as possible. Clint just pushed out a poll. So go ahead and answer that poll he's pushed out.
Oh.
So that's what I have to say with the element presentations. The main thing is make sure that you go in on your assignment and you should put down the date and the element which you presented, or which you are, mainly the element. And then we will give you the credit for that.
Okay, I think just one more to answer if you're going to. It's a nice bell curve. It's interesting. How do I share this now? Okay, I'm going to end the poll. Share results. Do you see them?
Right there.
And I just thought to throw in that option, the remind option. That's a pretty good option. Yep.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Clint, for throwing that together.
Yep.
That's interesting. Right, so any questions about the presentations? They're awesome. Make sure if you haven't also to go in and review the presentations which have been done already. You may have missed a couple viewing. I'm going and watch those for past weeks and learn from your peers. Great things there. So a reminder, next week will be our final seminar. We will combine week 12 with week 11 next week. So make sure if you are signed up for week 12 and you haven't turned in your elements yet, they need to be in by next week. So Carol can go through and show those that need to be shown. So next Thursday will be our last seminar, but assignments aren't due until April 6th. So we're not having anything due earlier as far as all work due, just still the final due date April 6th. There's just no seminar on the 31st of March. Any questions regarding any of that?
You have a date of when the next course starts?
I got a slide right here. Yes. So the next course is 5020 is the next one in this series. Education technology and instructional design. It's a great course. We will talk more about that, but you will, if that is the course that you are going to take, make sure you know how to get in contact with your principal, your superintendent, some administrator. If there are some assignments, you have to reach out and talk to them. And over summer, sometimes they do not respond to work emails or other things. So just make sure you know a way how to contact them to get some questions. Around April 1st, Matt, is that correct? Okay.
That is correct. Courses are pushed April 1st, so you'll be able to sign up that day on the UAN course catalog.
And they'll probably start the 7th.
No, isn't it in May, right? They start in May? Or is it in
Mm,
April?
Oh, you're right. No, it's May.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll start in May.
Don't give me too soon.
May, sorry. Open for registration April.
Okay. And then
Course week 1 is May 5th.
May 5th.
Okay.
Thanks. Justin never shares that with us, so that's good to know.
We're just guessing. So you'll be
we
able
know.
to find the UEN taught courses on the UEN website through the their page. Anything that Clint and I teach will not be listed publicly. So we will send out links to our people. If you go to sign up for the 5020 class and it's full through UEN, reach out to me or Clint. We'll get you in our section for sure. You will all get in. It doesn't matter who you take the course from, even if you're in our section, if you're in Q's or SCDC region, it doesn't matter. It's just, I know the UEN ones do fill up quite quickly, so we offer those and we don't just list them. So we will share with all of you our courses that we will teach. I don't know, I'm not ready yet. I don't have mine set out yet. Clint, do you have yours? Okay, yeah, it's not.
Been working on something else.
I know. Yeah, I figured as much. So but we'll let you know what we'll be offering come summertime.
And then
So-
if I can just jump in,
Yes.
Davis will also have their own section for that 50-20 class. So anybody in Davis who is needing to take that class, you should be able to also get in, and I'll be your instructor.
Thanks, Carol. Didn't list that down. So to answer the question about the next course,
And I just dropped the UEN course catalog into the chat. So if you are a forward-thinking person, bookmark it so you're ready to go on April 1st.
so thanks, Matt, for doing that. Put a calendar reminder with that on there and dings you, and you can go and sign up right then. So April 1st, new courses open up. Some upcoming conferences, just to remind you about, we have EdCamp Cut, Central Utah on April 29th. So that is probably the next thing coming around for some of us. And then in June, Davis School Districts, the R&R conference. Carol, anything else on that more, or just the same as last week? You'll let us know when.
Yep, there's nothing new on that. Just, it should be opening soon for registration, so we'll be good to go.
Okay, awesome. The link is there to register for EdCamp if you're interested. I came back from USET last night with a whole carload of swag to hand out at EdCamp. So if you need new swag, I got box and 4-bench right here in my office I brought back from yesterday. So besides some good times also. So
That's right.
EdCamp Cut, and then R&R. And also a big one that I know that we're working on as well is the URSA conference in Cedar City. Go down in Tony's neck of the woods. He will give us t-shirts, he said. If you sign up and head down, you get a
If you present.
if you
Oh.
present. That's that what
I
it
think
is?
that was the caveat.
I
if you
like
present.
that.
You present, but look at all the great presenters we had at USET and the fun you had. So please make it happen.
And if you want to present, that closes March 25th. So next Friday's got a week to get your presentation submitted, and registration will open shortly. Any day now it should open up on registration if that's something that you're interested in. But July 6th, 7th, and 8th, and that is the same time as the Shakespeare Festival and Renaissance fairs and all sorts of things going down in Cedar City that week and month. So you can plan a whole week down there and
Right.
enjoy yourself. So
Bring the family. Katie, you better do your session again.
I get married that weekend, so
that'd be perfect.
You already planned the session. All you have to do is come and do it and then go get
I
married.
was really thinking about it. Actually, I was like, oh man, that's cutting it close.
Katie, we're doing The Sound of Music in Shakespeare. So hey, come and sing. The hills are alive.
Brendan, can I ask a quick question? My
Yes.
registration for you for EdCamp says the 30th, and the slide you just showed said the 29th.
Oh, it will be on, it is on the 30th. On the 29th, will be a
C form is the
EdCamp
29th. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is on
EdCamp's the
the
30th.
Saturday, the 30th is the actual conference. So I will change that. Thank you. So it's the 29th/30th is the main conference. So thank you for finding that out.
Yep. Good catch.
Any questions from anybody? Those not asked. Anything in the chat we haven't covered yet?
Nope, you're good.
Well, starting with green, ending with green. So Thomas Jefferson quote right here. Work hard for good luck, right? So sometimes it just doesn't come to you. And we all know that. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate you being here in person. It does make it a lot nicer when there's a little conversation going on besides just the 5 of us just talking to one another. So thanks for those who are here in person, and look forward to seeing many of you next week for our final seminar. So thank you.
Thanks, Brandon. Good job. Thanks, everybody.
Great work, Brandon. Appreciate you.
Now my face itches.
I bet.